You need to stop lying to yourself about your awkwardness if you want to actually make friends. That is the first brutal truth that you need to understand if you want to actually build a real social life. You are lying to yourself about your awkwardness because you are using it as an excuse. You are saying, oh, well, I'm just too awkward to make friends, and so I might as well not even try. Or maybe it's not awkwardness. Maybe you're saying, oh, I'm too ugly, or I'm too boring. You've got some excuse ready to go for why you couldn't possibly make friends. And so you use that excuse to keep yourself from trying. You keep yourself stuck. You keep yourself stagnant because you think, oh, if I try, I'll just fail, so I might as well give up. That will always leave you alone. If you give up before you even attempt, you will never find the community that you want. And the reason why this is a lie is because if you think about it for half a second, you'll realize just how stupid it is to think that you are too awkward or ugly or boring or whatever to make friends. Because think about it. What do you want in a friend? If you could imagine any friend that you would want, what are the most important things about that friend? Would you say, man, I really want a friend who's super good looking and not awkward at all? Well, no. You would want a friend who is kind, a friend who is thoughtful, a friend who makes you smile, a friend who cares about you, who's loyal. Those are the things that other people want in friendships too. And yeah, even if you are awkward, even if you're never going to win any awards for how you look, it does not matter. If you can be kind, if you can be loyal, if you can be considerate, if you can be the kind of friend that somebody else wants, you will find somebody who will want to be your friend. And you do have the ability to do that. Just about everybody has the ability to be kind, to be loyal, to be a good friend to somebody else. So stop giving yourself an excuse. Stop saying, oh, I have to wait until I learn more social skills. I have to wait until I go to the gym and pump some iron. No, that is an excuse. You're saying that because you're scared. You don't need to wait. You need to start now. That was your first brutally honest truth. I've got 5 more for you if you think you can handle it. It's going to sting going down. I'm going to be really blunt with you, but it's for your own good. These are 5 important truths that if you actually learn them, they will transform your social life. And you can trust me on this because I'm not just some guy blowing smoke. I'm a clinical psychologist. This is what I do for a living, is help people with these things. And normally I'm a little bit more touchy-feely than this, but sometimes we need somebody to grab us and give us a good shake and tell us the truth of the world as blunt as possible. And so that is what I'm doing in this video. I'm giving it to you as directly as I know how, so you can just download the straight up truth and you can use it to transform your life. Might hurt a little bit, might be a little tough to hear, but we'll get through it together. So let's jump in to the next brutal truth that you need to hear. Complacency is killing you and you are letting it happen. That is brutal truth number 2. To explain this, we got to talk about leprosy. Leprosy was one of the most feared ancient diseases, to the point where if you were a leper, they would send you to a leper colony. You would be shunned from the rest of society, exiled for the rest of your life. And the reason that leprosy was so feared is because of what it did to you. It's not that leprosy killed you instantly. It's that leprosy caused you to kill yourself. Because when you had leprosy, you lost the ability to feel pain. And so you would go through life injuring yourself, destroying your body, until eventually you would die from the toll of that. There's stories of people with leprosy reaching into the fireplace to pull something out, not caring that their hands are on fire because they cannot feel their flesh being destroyed. That is what happens when we lose the ability to feel pain. Pain is actually your friend. It motivates you to take action. Pain tells you something is wrong, you need to fix it. But what happens when you take the easy path? What happens when you just numb that pain out and stop yourself from feeling it? Well, then you can go on your merry little way towards destruction and you'll be smiling the entire time. That's what you might be doing with your loneliness. Instead of letting yourself feel that loneliness, instead of letting yourself be motivated by it, let that pain light a fire inside you, you numb it out. That might be why you're on YouTube right now, because when you watch videos like this and somebody's talking to you through your phone screen, well, it kind of feels like a conversation. It kind of feels like you've made a friend, but you didn't. I'm just some pixels on your screen. I don't know you and you don't know me. And even if this might feel a little bit better, it is empty. It is not a real relationship. If you want to change, if you want to build a social life, the pain of changing needs to be less than the pain of staying the same. And the easiest way to do that is to stop numbing out the pain of staying the same. Let yourself feel the loneliness. Let yourself yearn for the life that you could have. Because when you let yourself start to feel that, when you let the thought of the better life enter your mind, that is where your strength is going to come from. That is what is going to allow you to start making the brave choices that will help you actually build a real social life for yourself. Your focus on dating is a distraction. That's your third brutal truth. If you think, like many people, okay, I don't really need friends. I will just find a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whoever, and that is the person who will meet my relationship needs. Congratulations, you're dumb. You should not make that decision for two very important reasons. First of all, it is a trap. Admiral Akbar would shake his tendrils at you. Why is it a trap? Well, it's because dating is just friendship with DLC unlocked. It's just friendship with extra stuff on top of it. And to be clear, the extra stuff is fun, right? Like, I'm married. I love being married to my wife. There's a lot of good things that come with that. But at core, my marriage relationship is a friendship. That is what it feels like day in, day out, is it's a friendship with extra stuff on top of that, rather than some kind of strange new relationship that's totally different. And so if you try to date somebody and you don't know how to have a friendship, then you also don't know how to date them. And yeah, maybe you'll be able to go on a couple of dates. You can try to piece it together by just being really suave or cool or cute or whatever. But eventually, when it moves out of the puppy dog crush feeling stage and it moves into the place where you actually have to make a relationship work, it will fall apart because you did not build the strength and the skills that you need to actually be successful. So you need to learn how to be a good friend before you can be a successful romantic partner. What's more, even if you can be a great romantic partner, even if you've learned the skills, but you don't have any friends in your life, that is going to set you up for failure as well, because one person, even if they're the best person in the world for you, cannot possibly meet all of your relationship needs. I love my wife. My wife is great. My wife meets a ton of needs for me, but I need my friends too. We are designed to exist in villages, in tribes, in communities. And if you are putting all of your eggs in one basket, if you are putting all of the pressure on one person to be everything for you, you're going to crush them. You're gonna strangle the love out of that relationship because it's just too much for one person to be able to do. So you need a community in order for your dating relationship to go okay, which means that if you don't really have a lot of friends and you are focused on finding a partner, you got to reverse that order, buckaroo, and you need to try to find somebody to be your friend first before you start finding a romantic partner. Brutal truth number 4, nobody is coming to save you. If you don't like your social life, if you are lonely, if you feel disconnected, if your friends are superficial or shallow, or you don't have any friends at all, and you want that to change, the only person who will create that change is you. You have to be the one to light that first spark to start changing your life and moving towards the social future that you want. Oftentimes we get caught up in this learned helplessness. We think that somebody else needs to come along and rescue us. And so we just wait like a wounded animal waiting for somebody to come along and help us. But the fact is that does not work. You are the hero of your own story. You need to be the one to take that first step and start building the life that you want. And don't get me wrong, when I say that nobody's coming to save you, I don't mean that there's nobody who will help you or nobody who cares about you. Those are lies. There are a lot of people who will help you if you ask them, but you have to ask them. There's a lot of people who care about you or who will care about you, but they're not mind readers. You have to let them know that you need their help, or let them know that you want to connect deeper with them. Other people can help, but the first step for transforming your own life always has to come from you. You are the hero of your own story. You are the architect of your own life, and you need to be the one that lays that first brick towards the change that you want. Don't wait. Don't make excuses. Don't hope that somebody's going to come along and do it for you. It is your life. live it. It is good when people reject you. In fact, that should happen more often. That is brutal truth number 5. And I don't say that because you're a terrible person. I say that because rejection is the price that you pay to find acceptance. So you actually want rejection to be your friend. You want to welcome rejection because rejection means that you were brave. Rejection means that you put yourself out there, that you created the opportunity for a connection to happen. And yeah, maybe it didn't, but that's okay because you were still a brave, courageous person that created the opportunity. Why is it so hard for us to do that though, right? We all want to be brave. Why can't we put ourselves out there? It's because you don't understand what rejection really means. See, we think that rejection is a statement about our worth as people. We think that, oh, if that person doesn't like me, then I must not be likable. Then there must be something wrong with me. There must be some deep, dark thing in my soul that they're responding to. And oh no, like this is wrong and this is dumb and stop it, okay? When somebody rejects you, they're not God peering into your soul. They're not Thor's hammer deciding if you're worthy. They're a person just like you, making a snap decision off of like what, a 5-minute conversation. They don't really know you. And so when they reject you, they're not rejecting you. They're just making a decision that they don't want to continue the conversation. And that is okay. In fact, it's good because it allows you to disengage from that and find somebody that you fit better with. Because rejection in reality, it's not about a judgment. It's about whether or not there's a fit. Just picture it for a second. If you pick up a key and you try to put it in a lock and it doesn't fit in that lock, you wouldn't say, oh, that's a bad key or that's a bad lock. You would say, oh, these two don't fit together. I'd better find another lock for this key that fits together better. And that's all you're doing. When you go out and you try to make a connection with somebody, if they reject you, it just means that your key didn't fit in their lock, that you weren't a match for one another, and that's okay, because then you learn from that, and you can maybe do a better job next time of finding somebody that is a fit for you, where your key will open their lock, and you can build a relationship together. So do not be afraid of rejection. Embrace rejection. Recognize that when you were rejected, it means that you put yourself out there, you created the chance for a match to be made, and if it didn't work out, well, then you've opened the door to that happening next time. Final brutal truth, which is actually, hopefully, a bit of an encouragement for you, is that you will wish that you started sooner. Doesn't matter if you are a baby who is watching this video somehow, or if you're 91 years old, no matter when you start on this journey of building a community, making friends, you will always look back and wish that you had started sooner, because there is nothing better in life than to build a community of real, genuine friends. I've done a lot of really cool things in my life. I've written books, I've done TEDx talks, I've eaten deep fried Twinkies at the state fair. But when I'm on my deathbed and I'm looking back on my life, I'm not gonna be thinking about those books. I'm not gonna be thinking about the Twinkies. I'm going to be thinking about all of the memories that I've made with the people who love me and that I love, my friends, my family, my wife. That is what life is really made of, is the people in it, the close relationships. And so if you are watching this video and you are like, I don't know if there's anybody that I would really think about on my deathbed. I don't know if I have a community in my life. Go and build it. Let this be your sign to start today, because I promise you, all of the barriers that you think are there are surmountable. I'm not saying that it'll be easy. Like I'm autistic. It took me a lot of work to figure out how to connect with others, how to find the people who would accept me and love me for who I am. But that work was so worth it. And I wish that I had started earlier. So start today. There's the famous saying, right? The best time to plant the tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. So this is your sign. Start today. Go plant that tree and harvest yourself a forest of friendship. Dr. Dan, signing off. Wait, before you leave, I gotta do the YouTube thing, so please like, comment, subscribe. That really helps me make more videos like this. Let me know what you think of this format. If you like it, I will have more brutal truths for you. And If you want to learn more about the stuff that I'm talking about, I've got a video that's gonna be recommended that's gonna pop up in just a moment that will go deeper on some of these topics. So I really recommend that you check that out. And of course, please subscribe so you stay up to date with the latest videos, because making friends is hard, but you do not have to do it alone. I'm here to support you. I'm gonna build good content for you, and together we will get you the community that you need. All right, Dr. Dan signing out for real this time.